Greetings, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Hey, Brother Paul, Brother Sling, Brother Matt, and a whole ton of sisters. How are you all doing? Tonight, I think, is going to be a little bit different simply because I have been, since I woke up this morning, on this journey. And needless to say, Spirit has been very talkative. So I have a lot to try to share, and this could very well be a two-parter. Let me find, I had a quote that I saved for you, I wrote down, but here it is. Ta-da! First off, blessings. Thank you for sharing space with me. Secondly, do you have your cup of tea or coffee or water or anything but soda? Ooh, hot. Fresh tea. So tonight's topic about Tele, Spirit kind of took it a different direction, because in order to do the exercises, to tap into that space, you have to be in the same space to get there, if that makes sense. So there needs to be an awareness and understanding prior to figuring how to send the energy and make things move. Many of you have heard me say repeatedly that you're not the body, you're not the thoughts, and you're not the emotions, but you're the soul. You are the soul driving this meat suit around, this vehicle. So you are the thinker of the thoughts, feeler of the feelings, and mover of the body. You are the soul, a spiritual being. So now that we've established that, where is the soul from? It's not some willy-nilly creation. It's like if I had a paintbrush, I would splatter. And I would be silly enough to splatter the screen with something just to make a point. But it's not a willy-nilly thing. We all come from source energy. My teacher, when I was a child, used the example, source, whatever you call it, the great creator, Father, Mother, God, Jehovah, Allah, doesn't matter the name. That is only a vehicle to relate to something other than this physical form and this view around us, this vision. And obviously something greater than ourselves, which can make us very small, but it can also empower us. So what Louise taught me, and I'm going to use my hubby's cup. Imagine that this is a, what's the word I want? Oh, a little sand pail, the kind we had as kids, so that when we went down to the beach, we could go and scoop up the sand and make sand castles, or we could go and scoop up the ocean. So if you have a cup handy, I'll use this one because this is empty and it's easier to mess with. If you take this to the ocean and you scoop up that water, everything inside this is still the ocean. It's still the same stuff. So we are the cup with a bit of the ocean within. Source energy. We are a droplet. If you're familiar with Rumi, one of Rumi's quotes is harkens to, and it made me wonder when I read it today, if my teacher didn't use that as her springboard for what she taught us. But he said, "You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean in a drop." And I thought that was just perfect to lead us off for tonight, because Spirit gave me a lot of ocean types of imagery. And really would like to know how I tweak my glasses. It drives me nuts to see myself and the glasses are akimbo. So here is some things to prepare for our first meditation. As much as I thought we would be doing what Sling was talking last night, and I was prepared for it because I took that as I'm going to call it a God wink, a synchronicity, a message from Spirit. They had a different idea. So here we go. First thing, hold that thought. I just got a big old wow on my phone and I don't know what it was about. So what was wow? And of course, now I don't see it. So anyway, there was a wow. I guess that was a message. So the God wink, the synchronicity. Life will come up and punctuate a moment. Oh, I do it this way. There we go. Finger tap. It's like, pay attention right here. Look. It could be our body talking to us. Something we're eating isn't sitting right. That there's something even in the food that isn't doing our body good. It could be something we're drinking. It could be just somebody in our sphere of friends. But there is this sign, this message that kind of shows up. You could be driving down the freeway and here's your sign. Not talking about Jeff Foxworthy, but literally you have this thought and then there's something there and it's like, wow, I was just thinking that. We just talked about that on the phone. We just did that. And it's like, okay, here's your breadcrumb. You are on the right path. Keep going. Keep following. Keep doing. Synchronicities are our little wink that things are going the way it's supposed to. It's also a way to say, pay attention here. There's more to come. What we're going to do, and I hope you have something to write with, because you're probably going to want to take notes. We're going to start off with explaining what square breathing is. It's a tool to center. It's a tool to smooth down, comb down the parasympathetic nervous system. It helps us to bring us to center, to bring balance. And all you got to do is think of a square. We are, as Americans, Westerners, whatever, we're very conscious of ourselves, of our physical space, on our physical presence. And we all breathe here in the chest. We don't breathe in the belly because nobody wants to have a big belly, even if it's only for a moment. Breathe in, breathe out. Just breathe. So in the square breathing, you really need to breathe, belly breathe. Inflate that tummy. and quit worrying about it. Most of us, because we are shallow breathers, we have stale air present in the lower lobes of the lungs. There are 3 stages. The problem being is that any particles, dust, doesn't matter, can be resident there as well as stale air. And we really need to give that kind of thing and empty the lungs out until there's nothing left. And we really need to clear that out. It helps on many levels, and we're not going to get into that because I'm not going to teach biology tonight, believe it or not. But in order to be present, to be where we're going to go tonight, I want everybody to practice this. So your first breath, and don't do anything yet, just listen. Your first breath is going to be into the nose. Now, your nose has several passageways and the air gets broken up. It's meant to purify, to collect any debris, any microbes, any bacteria, any viruses. When we breathe through our mouth, there is nothing to catch a virus other than us. So the nasal breathing is important for health and well-being, but also too, it works on the parasympathetic nervous system that brings calm. Ooh, ah. So first breath is inhale. We'll do it to a count of 4. You can pick any number you want. You can make it as slow as you want. But you're going to breathe in for 4. And this is not square. It's more rectangle. Then you're going to hold it. And then when you exhale, this is just the first breath. Now remember, it's inflating the tummy. You're going to pull your tummy in and you're going to go. That's an old lady wheeze. And then hold. And then you breathe in. So you're trying to expunge that stale air in the bottom of your lungs. Then the square breathing is going to be breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold. Of course, my finger is not on the screen. Gotta love it. So that square, we're going to do that, I'm hearing 4 times. So this is the breath I want you to do. So everybody go ahead and do that cleansing breath on your own. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, make a funny sound like Granny Clampett for all of us old timers after a good shot of that moonshine. Let it all go out. And then when you're ready, if I see after the first ready typed in chat, we'll go for it. And I'm warning you up front, I'm not going to be paying a lot of attention to the chat. If anybody would like to be my secretary of sorts and write down questions that we could address later, go for it. If not, we'll just play it by ear. All right, so I want you to close your eyes. I will do the count out loud. Don't focus on the count, focus on the breath. Remember, we're doing with the nasals first, nasals, through the nose, all breathing in and out through the nose. Let's inflate the belly. And here we go. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. And then just take a nice breath in and relax. For those who are sensitive, you may notice kind of an energy, a buzz, a ceiling, anything tingle, the hair alive on the top of your head. But be present in your breath. Just breathe for a few minutes, a few seconds. And be aware. And each inhale in and exhale, allow your energy to kind of settle soft and just be in space. What we're going to do in this first meditation is get into an awareness of who we really are, of our energy. Okay. I want you to start first. Take your hands, give them a good rub, just easy. You don't have to try to set the world on fire. And then take your thumb and put it in the center of your palm and press on both hands. We're activating the energy centers in the palms. You can also do this and tap your fingertips together because you even have energy centers on the tips of your fingers. And so when you've kind of done all that and woke everything up, maybe a little bit of waking sway. What I want you to do now is just find a quiet thought. Maybe do the breathing, but only focus on the sound and the feeling of the breath. So you can hear it in your ears. You can feel it coming in through the nostrils and down the throat and vice versa. Concentrate on that for a second. Okay, and he says to tap again. Okay. Now, with another little bit of rub, I want you to pull your hands apart. Doesn't matter how far, just pull them apart. And be aware of any warmth, any coolness, any tingling, any sense of like a thickness in your hand, around your hand. That's the energies. And yeah, I know you're playing with your hands at the moment, so nobody's on the keyboard. But if anybody types, got it, or okay, let me know. And then we're going to move forward to the next move. Because as you get a little closer and a little closer, you might notice more tingling going on. And maybe a little more warmth. Like putting your hands around a candle flame. Obviously not as intense. Well, no, you might be as intense. And when you get to that, pull your hand back out again. Go out as far as you want to where you kind of don't feel anything in the space between. and then come back. I find if I don't look at my hands and I look with here, this is where the third eye is. It's here, Agna, depending on which accent you use. Third eye is up here. So if you look there, you might be more aware of that sense of energy. I'm hearing crying. What is the matter, little girl? Don't interrupt. No interrupt. Let me know what you felt. And if you're not really sure that you're feeling anything, but you think you might have, go ahead and say that. If you felt nothing, don't worry about it. It's still there, and all you need to know is that that energy exists. Thank you, Amanda. Gracie Ann, stop. Quit. You're interrupting. Oh, that was warm. This is about becoming present. So, great, Paula. Thank you. That ball of energy, you can literally imprint upon it. Great job, Sling. You can imprint upon it a thought, a feeling, an emotion, a blessing. You can take that and put that over your bottle of water. You can take that energy and put that over a person or over yourself. It's like lots of love. Let's just melt that snowball of sort of whatever on top of our heads and pull it in. You can play with it and change its shape, make it square, pack it in. You could make it a football. Ready? Go for the long. You can practice expanding it and contracting it. You could make it gold, a very gold ball. And then imagine a family member in front of you and place that on them to bless them, to heal them, to protect them. But again, even if you don't feel anything, it's only because you might be a little bit too mental. And so it's a trust issue. It's something. Master Ko has said numerous times that for the first 4 years of studying pranic healing, he felt nothing. Zip, zilch, nada. But he still did all the steps and just trusted it worked, and he got to see proof of it. Really quick, I guess, is he discovered pranic healing out of desperation because his wife had fallen off of a 14-foot ladder and busted her hip. And if you've ever seen the pelvic bone, well, she busted her pelvis, I guess is really the proper way. But anyway, if you've ever seen the pelvic bone, there's like 2 little holes, foramens, on either side of the hip bones. And so this was broken. And they had to take sandbags to weigh everything down, pull on that bone. The agony of that just makes me cringe, so that everything realigned. And then they had told him it would take 5 months before she'd be able to walk. And that was unacceptable to him. And he even told the doctors, unacceptable. He found Master Chakra and started studying the pranic healing through him. And even though he couldn't feel anything, he just followed the steps. It was like literally like, having notes. And he followed the steps like a cookbook, recipes. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. He worked on her 3 times a week. And he admits, and he didn't do it right either, because he kind of skipped some things or forgot stuff. But he did it 3 times a week, and she was up and walking in about 2.5 weeks. We'll say 3 for argument's sake. And then about 5 weeks, she was actually running. So they had given her the prognosis of 5 months before she'd be able to walk. And he did this whole process of the pranic healing 3 times a week without feeling the energy. Because some of the things, you may see me sometimes moving my hands around if somebody's talking and experiencing things. It's because I'm scooping stuff off and I'm throwing it into my fire, and or I may have a bowl of salt water, and so I'm doing that. Or brain fart moment. At any rate, yeah, I'm doing stuff, and I'll cut cords at the end of a thing, because as we sit here, and as you will see in the meditation, we are all connected. We're connected from interest, it's not the proximity of our physical beings, it's the proximity of our consciousness, because we are all in the same spot in this chat, in this video, together. We can proclaim that we are one. We can state, mentally visualizing, or just knowing, for those with aphantasia that can't visualize, just knowing that my heart connects to Sling, connects to Paula, connects to Paul, connects to Amanda, connects to Padme, connects to Matt. And I don't know who else is here, because I'm trying to be good and not go squirrel. So you get the gist, right? Is that we can decide. We can say our hearts are one, our minds are one, our souls are one. There it is. We're connected. It's that spider web that we talked about yesterday. The fascinating fact, and I think I have, but you won't see it, so that won't work. Never mind. If we pretend that this is the first strand, albeit kind of crooked, of a spider's web, that spider starts at its anchor point, and, well, it literally swings to wherever and then connects. And then it makes this intricate pattern, which I cannot do to save my life on this, but hey, there we go. And no matter where something lands on the spider web, the spider immediately knows. That's part of the biolocation when we're doing remote viewing, psychometry, etc., etc. So that's more information than we're going to cover tonight, but you get a gist. So even if you cannot visualize, you can just state, we're connected. And feel comforted that we are in a space of love. I do not operate, no matter what I'm doing, if I am chasing boogeymen or clearing space or healing, it comes from love. Love is a frequency. It's not the mushy hearts everywhere, ooey gooey love thing that you see on TV and stuff. I talk about the frequency. Everything is frequency. Fear is down here. I'm trying to be on camera. Fear is like way down here, whereas love is up here. And then there are other emotions, feelings that have a higher vibration, a higher frequency. Hope is higher. Joy is higher than love, believe it or not. So all of these different frequencies, and I try to stay always from operating from the frequency of love. Unconditional love has no prejudice, It's non-denominational. It's forgiving. It's ever present. And I'm going to be crass because why not? It just don't give a flip. Okay, I toned it down there. Because it just is. It just loves. So you broke the dish. I still love you. Ain't no big deal. But anyway, I will go on tangents because, squirrel, I'm prone for that. Things to do after this. If you've got even just table salt, turn on the sink and let the water run, comfortable, whatever you want. But fill your hand with some salt and then rub the salt and rub it up your arms, and just mentally imagine that it's going all over you and then rinse it off. What that does is that removes the garbage and the negative energy and anything that might come up in our conversations tonight. So that will remove it from presence. All right. So now we want to be more heart activated. Here is an interesting bit of information. Most of you are aware that I study the pranic healing, and through that, I've known for ages about combing the aura. This is just like taking stuff I already knew and expanding upon it. And I knew about more energy centers, more chakras, but I've found that there are more than I knew. And anyway, your heart chakra, the chakras are not what we see the colors of the rainbow. It's not red, it's not green. The heart isn't green. The heart is red and gold. And two tones. And the word chakra itself means wheel. We think of petals of a flower, and each of the chakras has a different number of petals. What we're going to reflect on here is the crown and the heart. Your heart chakra, with its red center and the gold external, is reflected in the crown chakra, which is like literally the heart chakra in the center with the crown chakra surrounding it. So it's a double flower. Walter's talking to me. So right now, before we go into this meditation, I think I've given you enough idea about energy, who you are, our connection. Tap your heart. Just a couple taps on the heart chakra. Not high heart, not the thymus gland where we should be thumping. Let's see if I try to get my chair to move. Wait, okay, so here's our divot. Here's where the thymus is, and here's where the heart is right below it, okay? Sorry for being up close and personal, but there you go. What you're going to do, tap it on the heart, and then tap on the crown. It's just a couple little taps. It's just to have your mind go up here to that energy. Where your consciousness goes, energy flows. So you could stare at your hands and think about your hand chakras and the energy there, and they will start to fill up and feel maybe a little heavy, maybe a little thick, a little buzzy. I kind of visualize like this big, huge Mickey Mouse kind of glove on, but it's violet, and I'll use that to clean and stuff because it's bigger than my hands. As soon as everybody is done with their tapping, I'm going to assume, I hate that word, that you have I want to talk about the gold light. But I'm looking at my notes because, see, I was a very good girl today. Spent several hours trying to this. I wanted it just right. So we're going to work with the idea of the ocean. If you remember, I opened up with that we are not a drop in the ocean, but we are the ocean in a drop. We are source in a soul. We are source in this body. Our soul interpenetrates the body. It's not inside. It's not stuck in all this ooey and gooey. So imagine a sponge, a dry sponge, and you got a bucket of water. You drop the sponge in the water, what happens? And that is an actual question. I'm not going to answer it. I want you to answer. So when you drop that sponge in the water, what happens? Walter, anybody got an answer? I take a sip. Who washes their car? Okay. What else does it do, Paula? It expands, but how does it expand? What makes it expand? And by the way, I love you guys. Okay. Does that not mean that while it sits in the water, Amanda, it's also got the water inside it? Yes, Paula, exactly. So that is our body. The soul here is also here. Our auric fields contain our soul, or our soul contains auric fields, however you want to look at it. But so here is a sponge that has the water inside it and around it. That is you in a nutshell. You have the soul inside it and around it. It interpenetrates. So on that notion, now we're going to go for a ride. If you have anything nearby, this is to help with the visualizing. At present, I don't. But I could do this. This is what I will do. Come on, puppy. Open, open, open. I gotta love how. There we go. Nope, don't want that. Just give me. Oh. Okay, I'm waiting for a moment as soon as it decides to open. Alrighty. Okay, so everybody, I want you to take a look at this picture that I'm going to put up. I want you to do the square breathing just twice. Aren't I a taskmaster? But just look at that. Get that image, everything, the color. But what I'm wanting you to do is to be able to easily visualize gold. Okay? So here we go. So here is a gold bar. It's the color of gold. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. And then just breathe normally. So with that example of the color gold, we are going to now hop into our meditation. And I'm going to ask that everyone here mentally connect your heart to the other people in the chat, and me too, don't forget me. Becomes this big old massive spider web of love. And then close your eyes. Just be relaxed. Put your hands comfortably on your lap. Do not cross your arms. However you're seated, reclined, you want your spine to be as straight as possible. Don't focus on things like having a crooked back, scoliosis, etc. That's neither here nor there. Just a comfortable position in the easiest alignment you can be comfortable in. I'll stress comfortable. With your eyes closed, let the tip of your tongue just rest at the roof of your mouth behind your teeth. Just let it touch there. Keep your lips closed because we're going to breathe through our nose. I'm going to call in everyone's angels, guides, angelic beings, master teachers, everybody's spirit team to be present with each and every one. The ascended masters, archangels, Father, Mother, God, the great creator. All our ancestors, our relations. And fill the room with warmth, with love. Relax. Breathe in. Feel the love. Breathe out. Let your physical eyes turn up like you're trying to look at your eyebrows, or if you can bring it up a little higher towards your hairline from the inside, obviously. But let your eyes turn up. This mimics REM. It lowers the brainwave frequencies. Will help to bring you more into alpha. In the space of your mind, your thoughts to move to your heart and be present in your heart space. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you think of your heart, you let your consciousness reside there in that space. Feel how the energy expands and your heart opens more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel your body relax. Give your toes a little wiggle and let your feet relax. Let your mind gently sweep up over your ankles, up your calves, your shins. Breathe in. Breathe out. As if gentle fingers caressing up your thighs. Feel that energy moving to your hips, relaxing your hips, relaxing the pelvic area. Your base and root chakras open up and they relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. This gentle energy, let your mind sweep now up into your belly and your lower back. Feel it fill up with each breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. The energy moves higher still. Gentle caress moving into the solar plexus. Ming Main up into your heart. And the back heart opens. The energy continues to flow up into your chest, into your shoulders, down your arms. Let it move to your hands. Feel that energy as it flows out of your hands. Continuing from your throat, breathe in, breathe out. Let this energy just continue to flow and fill into your face, up through your eyes, up past your ears, into the top of your head. Feel that energy move as it continues up through your head, up through the crown, up through your higher chakras, the angelic and archangelic, your soul chakra, up to your higher soul being. And you're connected to the earth through your feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now recall that gold I want you to visualize far above your head, so far you can't even see where it originates. And with a yes, please. Open up to that gold energy flowing down as it fills your head. See this golden pipeline that literally comes down through you. And it can be a spider's web or spider's thread thickness. It could be a cord. Whatever you feel, let it come. With it comes communication, instruction, love. Let that full flow down your throat to your heart. Let it flow down through your solar plexus and your belly, down through your hips, down your legs, down your feet, into the earth. And this golden cord ties us. So above, so below. As above, so below. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take your left hand and set it to your heart. Just let it rest comfortably there. Breathe in. Breathe out. In the back of your mind, a simple, I love you. Not directed at anyone, any person, place, or thing. Just, I love you. And as you sit there in that presence, let your mind turn before you. Just stare out and watch as this golden cord, this thread, this pipeline seems to stretch out before you like an ocean. This golden pond, a pool of gold. And just watch how the gold shimmers. It sits there and just kind of floats. Just an ebb and flow of energy. You are part of this golden pond. You can feel yourself move into it, walk, float, swim, whatever you are drawn, but just move into the gold. Just step forward into this golden pond. Don't worry if you can't fully imagine it. Just build it thought by thought and drop by drop. Just know it's there. And as you move into the flow, notice the ripples, the rings that move from you because you're moving in. And so this vibration echoes out. Move to a spot that you feel comfortable and just stand there. Be present in this gold, this energy, this divine life force, divine source energy divine love. You'll see all around darkness, but as you focus on the darkness, little dots like stars appear, little souls, others who are all part of this same journey. Maybe it's all of us who stand together joined around this golden pond. Knowing we're not alone, no matter how dark it may seem. Our guides are with us. Our ancestors are with us. Our spirit team is with us. We have an entourage of angelic beings present. And as they stand around all of us, encircling us with their wings spread, forming a hedge of protection, lift your eyes up again and see one single slow drip of honey, one golden drip, moving ever slowly down, 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 down. And you realize it too is upon a golden thread. And that golden thread actually ends in this golden pond. Keep watching. As that drip of golden honey touches the surface of this pond, the ripples, the rings form. Slowly, they move outward and move outward. And where you stand, as you look down, that ring touches you. And then the next ring. And the next. And so these ripples are connecting and reaching you, touching you. This is the basis of telepathy and telekinesis and a bunch of other tellies. Hello. We're connected. We are all connected. It's only our perceptions that keep us separate. Smile. Smile inwardly, smile outwardly. That smile releases hormones. It feels good. Your heart likes that smile. Your soul likes that smile. Feel the warmth. Feel the love emanating from this healing, protective, loving, gold source energy. And the soul that just entered and shared with you all the ripples, all the rings. Take a breath, breathe in, and breathe out. You can turn around and slowly back out of the golden pond, knowing no matter how far you walk from this, that source is always present with you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. If your hand is still on your heart, wiggle your fingers so you kind of tap your heart a little. That little light flutter. Let yourself come back down. Then moving down your body, wiggle your toes. This helps to bring the soul back all the way so you're fully grounded, fully present. And as you feel ready, open your eyes. Take a nice full breath in. Give a stretch. Ah, Love you, Crystal. So that's the first meditation. Everybody come back. If you feel like describing what you sensed, what you felt, go ahead and share. No worries, my love. Don't worry. You're really not late. You only missed the first. We're going to have 2 meditations because I was told to do something different today. So I'm doing something different. So make sure you got a note, paper and pen, and something to drink. And what I'm going to suggest is anybody that wants to take a moment to make a bathroom break for it, go ahead, do that. I am going to. And then I will be right back. I love my Bengal spice tea. I'm wondering where everybody went because they're silent. But I will be right back. I am going to pay a visit to the privy. Oh, I didn't mean to push that button. I meant to push that button. Sorry about that. Had dog emergency and husband emergency. Okay, Paul. I love you. Alrighty. 7 people in the chat and nobody's sharing anything. I'm crushed. Okay. So now let's get on to the telly part of tonight's show. Most everybody already knows from last night we had fun over on Padme's channel. I loved it. And I'm still amazed she was there 6 hours. That poor lady. I had a big mouth. I wasn't there for 6 hours. Oh, it wasn't my fault. Beautiful, beautiful people. It was a blast. I loved making new connections. That was so cool. So thank you again, Padme, for last night, and Paula and Pam. I didn't see Pam tonight. It was wonderful. And of course, Brother Sling. So I briefly mentioned, excuse me, my tea gave me a burp. Okay, we're good. We were going to do an exercise. I'm still burping. Wow. Really? You've never treated me like that, Bengal tiger. We were going to work on telekinesis and telepathy. The notion of telepathy, well, tele, we know it from the television, not meaning the tele like Brits, but the television. It's signals from a distance, it's long distance. Telephone, we get to get phone calls from people all over the world, long distance. Pathy comes from pathos, meaning feeling. So long distance feeling is telepathy. And then, of course, telekinesis, is about moving, moving from afar. So by using our mind, we're able to affect change on something else in space and time. That's why I was thinking that tonight will probably be a 2-parter, so that we can go through the different steps necessary to even work with this stuff. I mean, there's everything under the sun written about it. You can go and search to your heart's content. Oddly enough, when you read things, they will tell you that there's no proof, but yet then they show you proof. And it's like, how is there no proof if you can, even quantum physics has done it. Matter of fact, we talked about this last night. They took because protons come in pairs, they took the protons and split them up. They put one in a box, like an iron box or something, steel, miles away from its twin, with one person observing in a sealed room, and everything that they did to that one in the lab, the one in the box reacted. So is that because, we hear about identical twins who one seems to know what the other one's thinking kind of thing? Well, they both possess the exact same cells. So there's a possibility that they could be thinking at the same time the same thoughts because they're the same thing, just 2 different souls operating the bodies. Anyway, we're not going to go there tonight. I could, but I won't, because I don't know, it just isn't my thing. So here we've got science that has shown that. There's this movie, if you have what's it called? If you have Amazon Prime, you can go there and find a movie called Superhuman, The Invisible Made Visible. I tried to air that on my channel, and, as a review, we could watch it on my screen and watch the movie, but it wouldn't let me. Matter of fact, I didn't get a ding, but I got told that I couldn't do that. So it wasn't a strike against me. Now, if anybody does not have Amazon Prime, I still do, and would like to watch the movie as a group, we can set up a time and place. And as long as it's on a computer, it does not work on cell phones or tablets. But I could do I guess you could call it a screening room. And, I just need everybody's emails so that we could go ahead and all meet and watch the movie together. Grab your popcorn, your goobers. That's the chocolate covered peanuts. So if there's interest, let me know. Put a message in the chat, and we'll go from there. Because I love the movie. I've seen it. I've shared it 3 times, so I've watched it 3 times. You're bothering me, dog. Go on, go lay down. Please. There's people here. You don't come up and say hello. You just sit here and stare at me. Go lay down. Go on. Bed. Bed. If you could just see this face, he's just kind of looking at me like, and his mouth is open, and well, now he lays down. Good. So anyway, the first things, so I'm jumping into telekinesis now, because we've already broached the idea of telepathy. And it's literally, if you've ever had this experience that you're thinking about somebody, you're thinking about them, and then lo and behold, the phone rings, or, you just happen to know that, I know who this is. There's that mental connection. There's an awareness. Now, again, they say there's no scientific proof to the telepathy or to the telekinesis, but yet we have evidence of it all the time. And they have done science, which is another reason why I like this movie, Superhuman, because the woman that's narrating it, she's the producer and she's also in it, approaches it very scientifically. She actually goes to some scientists and sets up different scenarios, and they're able to duplicate things to show how powerful you really are and how you can affect your immediate environment. I know Sling would like to know about the remote viewing. And see, and that's another thing. Our own government used remote viewing, which is telepathy of sorts, and they and you've got Wikipedia or WikiHow or WikiWacky that says, oh, there's no such proof, and TED Talks, and yeah. So anyway, the key thing is whether you have proof of it or not, just believe. We have ancient cultures who knew that the planet Pluto was up there, and they had it in their charts, yet they did not have telescopes as powerful as we do, because we didn't discover it until we got, I don't remember which telescope it was, the Hubble or something, one of those, that we could actually go and see it. So Pluto was always known, but there was no proof. So believing that it's possible is key. Wanting it to work is key too. Um, when we have anything with a little bit of skepticism in there, it's good for when you're studying something and but you can't have it skeptical that you're pushing it away. Do you understand? It's like, okay, I want to verify, I want proof. No, that doesn't exist. Can't do that. Okay? Meditation obviously helps. Doing the one that we just did with the golden pond, and just seeing how all that gold there and it stretches out there, and walking into it and being part of it, that that sets you up to be aware. Also for mediumship, walking into the center and standing there and inviting spirit, the loved ones, to show up. Um, if you didn't want to use a golden pond, um, you could see the column of white light that comes through you. That's the first thing. And then feel that thread from your heart going out to whoever needs to come forth. Working with your guides, you're going to set up a dialogue. Your master guide will be the one who will be telling, this person is coming in. They kind of, I don't like the term doorkeeper or gatekeeper, because it's more than that. But if that's an easy way, you could literally visualize a door, open the door, who's there? Oh, it's Grandma Nell, that kind of thing. So that pond and the threads and the columns, those are tools that you can use to apply in any one of your spiritual disciplines, your meditations, whether you are trying to read cards or even just trying to learn something and you want help from spirit to, like, help me to focus. No, squirrel. We have such a monkey mind, and we're here, there, and everywhere. When you are trying to quiet and to focus, the breathing is key, because you hear it, you feel it, it brings you present to here, not so much up here. Turning the eyes up, it sends signals to the brain as if you're going into REM sleep, and so this looking up here then allows you to get into alpha. Back to the monkey mind. When a thought comes in, don't push it away. Don't try to hold it back, because that's like we were talking a little while ago. If a tree's falling on you and you stop it, after a while, it's going to keep pressing on you. And shades of Captain Kirk, it will squash you. So instead of trying to brace it up and hold it back, just step the heck out of the way and let the thought go. And just, and then go back to, even if the space of stillness is 2 seconds, that's enough. You can make that become 4, 30 seconds, a minute. Even masters of meditation, it's in bites. So you hold that stillness, and when it comes in, you just kind of let it come by. You don't lose your focus You just notice it go by, and it's like, okay, it's gone. Now I'm back to here. And then the next one comes in, just, and then back to here. And you just keep returning. It's like muscle memory. Anything you do over and over and over again, you become really good at it, playing the piano, playing the violin, playing the flute. So meditating, just moments of silence, moments of stillness, and you focusing literally on that span of here's a thought, there's a thought. You're only focusing in between. So this stuff doesn't matter. It's just there and it goes out. So in the practice of telekinesis, telepathy, um, the meditation is just to get you to be able to focus on something. Because like if you're trying to hear dear Aunt Nell, and then here's this other thought, or maybe it's somebody else trying to come in. It's like, wait your turn. That's what your spirit guides are supposed to do, is tell them, back off, Jack, not your turn. And you may have to ask for, I need Aunt Nell to come a little closer. I need a little more energy. Sometimes you need to kind of send them a little bit of love, little bit of buoyancy to help them project a little more. Doing the exercise with your hands, right? This gets you to experience energy, play with it, put it on a glass of water, drink the water, take a taste of water first, then fill the ball with love, put it in there, and taste. I mean, water is fantastic to do metaphysical, psychic, whatever you want to call it, experiments with. Just buy a couple bottles, or Dollar Tree, buy a 6-pack of that spring water they have. Never buy filtered water. Do not buy filtered water. Danger, danger, Will Robinson. Moments of silence work. Pause. Let the message come in. You need to evaluate, and so truth, always ask, is this truth? Not is this true, is this truth? And in that brief moment, and the more you work with that, the more you'll feel, okay, no, can't. These are, with practice, like I said, muscle memory, these things will come in faster and more fluid. Now, I have never tried it, and I have wanted to do it. How many people are familiar with the spoon bending, like Uri Geller did? There's a woman on Facebook who has a group. I don't know if she still does, because it was a couple years back, but she had a group and they used to do spoon bending. She taught it, and it was just, it was cool. But I never did sit in on any of the classes. So, but that might be something that one night we could all go to Dollar Tree and buy us a spoon. You want one that's got some rigidity to it, and we could play and practice and see if we can't get a spoon to bend. That would be fun. Anybody interested in that little thing? Absolutely, Crystal. Hey, Trixie, how are you? Nice to see you, Spitfire. Okay, so we will do that. Wait a minute, let me write these down because you know me. If I don't take notes, um, I'll put this here. All right, so we're talking spoon bending. And because I was saying this is probably going to turn into a two-parter, um, let me first do the quick YouTube kind of not YouTube, Google. I don't use Google. I use DuckDuckGo because DuckDuckGo doesn't track anything you do, and I don't get a bunch of ads. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, Dollar Tree. Oh, of course, it helps if I can spell Dollar Tree right. All right, I will show you this thing soon. There we go. Gives everybody time to go shopping. Aha! Found it. God, that was easy. I like that. I love it when a plan comes. Alrighty. I'll go back to StreamYard and share. Share screen. Share tab. Where are you? There you are. Okay, ready? That right there is a cylinder vase. It's about maybe 3 or 4 inches wide, I think. Let's see. I'm going the wrong way. So it's 7 inches tall and it's about, I think, 3 or 4 inches wide. But it's perfect. So anything like that, if you already got it, cool. If you got something that's a little bit bigger around, that's cool too. So if everybody sees that, I'm going to stop sharing and go back. That was weird to see myself kind of go whoop. Okay, so you need something like that. Doesn't have to be that, but something like that, because it needs to be, 1, see-through, 2, it needs to be big enough to have something fit inside. Then the second thing that you need is either a long needle, and you can get those at Dollar Tree too. I think they have some of the thicker needles. If you happen to have a sewer, seamstress, whatever you call them. I'm going to use this as an example, but it's definitely too big. You just need something with a point at the top, and you want it skinny, so pretend, not fat. And then either like an eraser. This is not one, but an eraser, one of those little rubber ones, so that you could, will it fit? Maybe not. Yeah. So you could set it in like that inside the yeah, well, anyway, you get the gist. So you'd either stick it in a candle or in a eraser, one of the cheap rubber erasers. And then, I love my visuals. So much for that. Okay, hold still. There we go. You could either use a piece of foil or a piece of paper. That was miserable. Here you go. It shouldn't fall off then. But you would put your foil or the piece of paper. And I don't have, okay, this is as close to a square as I've got. You would literally fold the paper in half and fold it in half again. And then you would go corner to corner. See, because it's not square, it doesn't quite work exactly how I plan it. But let's see. Can you see the lines? There we go. See the lines? So it will make this kind of a shape. Let me see if I did it right. Probably not, but come on. There we go. So you could kind of get like this shape out of it. And then, guess what? It sits like that. But, so that will be your homework, is something glass to put over your little candle stand, whatever, needle, and your foil. And it doesn't need to be quite as wide as this, but, because I was just playing. But, enough, because what you're going to do, or what we're going to do, is we're going to all set it up. We're going to connect again like we did tonight with the golden pond. So maybe we'll do a spider web. I don't know. Well, whatever spirit comes along and says, and we will make it so that as we project and tell it, let's, please do me a favor, let's start spinning, like rotate, and we'll see if we can't make it rotate. What do you think of that? I'm not going to comment. Okay. So that's some. So spoon from Dollar Tree, glass vase from Dollar Tree. If you've got votive candles or whatever, otherwise a votive candle, any kind of a candle, doesn't matter, just something that you can stick a needle in. Your needle, and then your paper or foil. So it's 5 things you need for homework. But even though we don't have that with us tonight, we're still going to work on it. But what we're going to do is we're going to work on the telepathy part. So if you're ready, let me know. Give me a huzzah, a Trixie, you are marvelous. And you may want to ask, what's the point in being able to do the telekinesis or the telepathy? Well, actually, it's all about control. Okay, Sling. Alrighty. Hold that thought. I will be right back. Okay, I have pad. I have. So I gave you the homework, or the whatever, yeah. Got the spoon bidding down, and I got the telekinesis. We're going to do the telepathy tonight. I am writing people's names down. I put it over here. Paula, are you still here? Padme, are you still here? Amanda. Oh, Matt. Let me write that down, Paula. Crystal. All right. Okay. Is Paula still here? Gotcha, Crystal. It's all right. Don't let fear control you, though. So, Trixie, I am pairing you up with Sling. Crystal, I am pairing you up with Spitfire. Is Amanda still here? You'll have to share that with us sometime, Trixie. I love learning new stuff. Because I don't know if Paul is here. I hope she's okay. And I don't know if Amanda is still here. Or Matt, for that matter. So, we're going to start off with Trixie and Sling. So, if you guys will, drumroll please, give me your attention. I want, I have a way of controlling this slightly. Okay, I don't care about that. Go away. There we go. All right. Okay. So I didn't know Pam was here. I didn't see Pam. Anyway, so Sling and Trixie, you are contestant number 1. Let me I'm trying to think of how I'm going to do this. Bear with me. There we go. Hey, Pam. I didn't see you. I'm so glad you're here. All righty. All right. Sling, I just sent you a text message. Do not say diddly squat, please. Trixie, as soon as Sling gives the okay that he received the message, then we are going to go in and do yeah, we're going to do something. And then Spitfire, I was putting you with Divergent. And Pam, since you're here, I don't know if Padme is, or Paula, or Amanda for that matter. But I would like you to work with one of them as soon as we find out if they're here. There you are, Padme. Okay, great. Yes? I know, Spitfire, that Matt's doing reports, but he's not able to focus. That's okay. Huh. Why did you not? Let's try. Oh, I bet you it's because my stupid phone is not. Wait a minute. There it goes. It finally did. All right. It just took it a while. I sent you an image. Got it. Okay, perfect. All right. So, Sling, you are going to be the sender. Trixie, you're going to be the receiver. So, what I want you both to do, you don't need to send a text message, babe. Don't worry about it. This has nothing to do with text messaging. I had Sling's phone number so I could text message him. I don't have anybody else's here except for Paula's, but she's not chatting at the moment. So, blah, 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 brain fart. So, all right. So, Trixie and Sling, I want you guys to take a moment. Sling, just do I, Crystal? Oh, I do. I think. I mean, I know I do, but I can't remember. Let's see. Did I put it under Crystal or did I put it under Divergent? There you are. Okay, we're good. I got it. All right, so we got this. All right, so Sling and Trixie, this is what I want you to do. I want you to both just be comfortable. Sling, what you need to do is you need to really look. Okay, Spitfire. You really need to look at the image. Just look at a feature of it, but the whole thing. And I want you to kind of feel like it. If it makes you go, or oh, or whatever, but you want the emotion in that. You know, if it's a tree, imagine combing the tree, you know, and feeling the leaves and the smell of the pine or the cedar or the oak. The oaks have smell. Or, you know, if it's a flower, you smell the flower, but you want to be present in that image. Does that make sense? Hey, Paula. So you realize I'm having brain farts all over the place because I'm like, do I? There you are. Okay. Oh, and I'm I'm so on top of it. Oops. My phone's okay. All right. So, Trixie and Sling. Trixie, what I want you to do is think of Sling. I want you to close your eyes and just relax. I want you to breathe in, hold it at the top, and then breathe out. And then as you get into that space, revisit that golden pond. If you were here for that meditation, if you weren't, let me know so that I can try to drum up something really quick. But I want you to think of Sling. And both of you two, I want you to just affirm in your mind, we are one. Think of Sling, think of Trixie, okay? And let me know. And I'm going to be bad. Please forgive me, but I need a bite. There we go. Because I have no more tea. Sling, let me know when you've got the image kind of concrete. Trixie, let me know when you've gotten into the space that you are ready to go. And then what I'd like you both to do is just say, okay. All right. Sling, you were right there before me. Wow. YouTube is faster than StreamYard. You don't need to know that, Trixie. Just, you have Sling here in the chat. Okay, the pond you missed. All right, so we'll work on that. But Sling Blade, just touch on to Sling Blade. And that's the energy you're focusing on. And then I'll give you, he's a male. You're not trying to find information on him, just the connection. And so just mentally thinking, Sling Blade, we are one. Connect with your heart. Now, the golden pond was this, all right, was imagining a, spirit, soul, source energy, and this golden thread, golden pond. And as you step into the pond, you and the pond are one, but Sling can step into the pond. You are all part of source energy. There is a connection there. So, because see, when we're doing, like if we're trying to locate somebody, we're not sure the age or even the gender sometimes. We just have a name. We can follow that energy because everything has a frequency. If it helps, Sling's in his 40s, early 40s. And Sling, you've got the image, right? I want you to do the same to Trixie, that you're connecting to Trixie, heart to heart. We are one. Find that connection. And when you both are there, Trixie, I want you to just be open to receive. And Sling, I want you to live, breathe, radiate that image. Whatever aspects of it, colors. Okay. So Trixie should be ready to receive. But you know, sending it before somebody's ready is like throwing it at a closed door. So, and we can all kind of like just send them all love. And while we're at that, I will find the next victim. Let's see. Paula's here, Padme's here, and Pam's here. But Amanda and Matt aren't talking. So I will find you. And then it may take it a few minutes to get to you, Padme. I'm sending something. Hey there. There you are. Cool, Amanda. So I am putting, I'm going to put Padme with Hoops, Amanda. And then Paula, I'm putting you with Pam. So that's going to take it a minute. Okay. There we go. Let's see. What do I? What is it? You know, it's terrible when you can't. Oh, nope. Never mind. That won't work. Oh. Actually, I should do something easy. So there we go. There we go. All right. Everybody has been set up. Trixie, are you picking up on anything? You want to just breathe through it, just go through it. And it's like, don't try hard. You want to first accept whatever's energy's coming. What's the problem, baby girl? I do apologize for eating. I haven't done that today. Because one, we have delay from internet, but also two, we're not present in the same room. Problem was a typo? Okay. So if we think too hard and we don't, because maybe we're overthinking. So what colors first? What colors did you get? I would expect sling to be receptive. All right, so what smell did you get? If we linger too long, we get involved instead of allowing it to come in. So, like in remote viewing, you write everything down. Fresh air, freedom, light feeling. Okay. Any textures? And what was the smell like? Was it like dirt? Was it like trees? Was it like flowers? Was it like clothing? Um, Animal, mineral? Texture was hard? Stone. Okay. Anything else, sweetheart? And Padme and Paula should both have gotten something. Because I'm going to share the picture. Okay. That's all right, sweetie. You weren't here for the meditation, so there you go. That's the image. Fresh air while we're outside. You haven't? Well, that's terrible. Okay. Let me look. It's still sending for some reason. Let's see if I say something with it, it will maybe work. Okay, that I got something. Oh, lose weight. It's like, go away. All right, well, block number. Block and delete. There we go. Okay. Why are you being a pain in the tuck? That probably means that Paula didn't get the image yet either. This. Yeah, I know, baby girl. It's still showing the thing, and it's It's taking its sweet time, and I don't know why. Because I don't have any other way to do it on the phone. Paula's is still sitting in limbo. I'm going to try to do it a second time. Except I have to go through here. It's a good thing you guys are all in peace. Come on. Well, those are O's. There we go. Okay, now let's try. See if it's doing the same thing. Oh, now it sends. All right. I will delete the second one. And then, oh, it's still going to try to send it. Ah, Paula got hers. All righty. Yeah, Sling, I'm going to do everybody with the pictures first. And then I'm just trying to think of, because I have no way to do it as a control. Excuse me. Because they're the only ones that I've got the numbers to. So anyway, Padme, who did I say I was pairing you with? Was it Pam or was it Amanda? And Crystal, did I send you a picture yet? Okay. Let me go back. Nope, I didn't send Crystal anything. All right. So since Crystal, it's going to obviously take a few minutes for my phone to get it to you. We're going to go with Padme first, and then Padme and Amanda. If Amanda's still here, sing out, baby girl. And then let me. Excuse me. I will find. Oh, Wes. Oh, that'll work. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's try that one. Okay. There we go. Okay, so Crystal, yours is off and running. Who knows how long it will take? Well, before you answered, Sling was already sending, and so if he was thinking soft, and the feathers of the cat fur. All right, so Padme's got it. Paula should have it by now. Amanda, are you here, honey? You are the receiver. All right. You eat your sweet potatoes. I'm sort of trying to covertly um, eat my hamburger meat. It's what we want for posterity. Me eating. Okay, so Padme, you and Amanda are working together. Hold each other in your thoughts for a moment. And then what I want you to do, visualize that golden pond and see yourselves both walking into the pond. Okay? And so if you were to touch the pond, the rings rippling would go and connect to the person across from you. So, Padme, you're the sender. You can touch the pond to send your vision to Amanda. Amanda, just be open to receive. Just, I'm ready to receive. Everybody take a nice deep breath in. Think, we are one. Heart to heart, we are one. Wow, Crystal, went fast for you. I took ground beef and ground pork, mixed that together with green chilies and diced tomatoes and cheese and a whole slew of spices. And then I added chopped avocados and I baked it. If you can remember cartoons where they were, like I'm thinking of, or what was it, Johnny Carson. Don't do that. Just relax and just feel the colors that you want to send. What does red feel like? Warm, toasty, hot fire, or if you can visualize the color, send red. If there's, I don't know, because I don't remember what I sent, which is a good thing. So I keep going back to trees. If there's trees, send the bark, rough, tall, branches, movement, fragrance, but just hold that. And one thing to do, as strange as it may sound, is smile. A little bit of a smile when you're sending the energy, because that automatically lifts your frequency up. One thing to think of, and I had a brief moment of I'm going to mess with sling, is if we're connecting heart to heart and then move to your crown and kind of tap your crown so you pull that energy up and then both of you are in the same frequency and just send that. Let it ride the waves. But it's a good exercise. It's fun. It helps you to, one, get out of your own way, to step aside, to trust. I believe in this. And the more people work on it, Trixie, I'm going to have you send back to Sling an image. Unfortunately, I don't have any way of sending you an image. So what you may want to do is take this time to do a quick search on images on Google of something, not too intricate, you know, um, but something that you can feel and have thoughts, emotions, whatever. But use that. Of course, you'll be the only one to verify that because I can't. Amanda, Padme, how are we doing? Where are we at? Have we gotten our connection? Are we receiving? Are we sending? And then I don't want the image to be shown. Do you get a sense of smell, touch, taste? Soft, hard. Um, oh, yeah. Gotcha. Hmm. I would say, knowing what the scenario was, that wet is correct. Um, oh, excuse me. I think I'm going to sneeze. Oh, goodness sake. Excuse me for that. That was painful. Thank you, dear. That works. I mean, any way you get it. Thank you, Amanda. Are you ready to find out what it was? If you want to keep going, Amanda, are you done trying to pick up, or do you want to try a little bit more? Okay, you're done? Here we go. This was a little baby I rescued in the rain. So the baby was wet. Good job, everybody. Okay, so Paula, you're going to be sending to Pam. Yes. Yeah, that was in the coat. I think you did very well. Oh. That sneeze gave me a headache. That was terrible. Talk about blowing the top of my head off. While we wait for Paula and Pam to touch base, oh, that thought was gone. All right. Interesting. Oh, little trivia. Something, to think about. People that breathe through the nose in and out, their jaw structure is different. People who are mouth breathers, their mouths are actually narrower. Their teeth are more crowded. That's why they usually end up having to have teeth pulled. And there's a thing called mewing. Mewing. Makes me think of a cat. But it has to do with taking your tongue and pushing it up against the roof of your mouth and holding it so that it completely is flat up there. It does some things with um, the muscles and stuff, and people will actually change their facial structure by doing that on a daily basis. Interesting. So, um, we were doing square breathing earlier, Trixie, and so explain the square breath is to breathe in to like a count of 4 or 5, whatever. Hold it for a count of 4 or 5, whatever. Exhale through your nose, never through the mouth. And then hold the exhale for a count of whatever, 5 or 4. 4 or 5, yeah. But it's belly breathing. You have to inflate the tummy and deflate the tummy. And it's great if you have a moment of panic. The instant you feel, oh shit, excuse my French, you start the breath. And doing that, it works on the vagus nerve. It helps to pull the cortisol out of the brain. It helps you to calm. It will lower heart rate. It's a good thing. Okay, I don't know where Pam or Paula are off to, so we can move forward. Trixie, I'd like you to, Crystal, excuse me. It's Crystal and Spitfire. Something, are you familiar with super brain yoga, Trixie? Oh, okay, there you are, Pam. I'm glad you're here. But we got to find Paula. Super brain yoga is real simple. I learned it in the pranic healing, but it's a thing outside of the pranic healing. Um, and it's always, 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 always left hand, grab the right ear, and you want to, get a good grip. There's nerve endings and all this other stuff, and ooh, makes my ear click. And then right hand, and do the same thing. And you hold that. And then you squat. And what I find is if you need that assistance, I'll do it at the edge of the bed so that I squat to the bed and I come back up. And you do that for 7 times, but it's always left first and then right. If you do it the other way around, I can say it, blondes. You might turn into a blonde. Yeah, it should have been a joke, but it wasn't. Sorry, I need my Vicks fix. Besides, I figured it would trigger. Oh, I left that there. But no, if you do it wrong, it does affect the brain. So you want to do it right so it affects the brain in a positive way. Crystal, you ready to start sending to Spitfire? And Carl, in case Spitfire is surfing somewhere, you want to send him a text to call him back in. And Pam, maybe you want to send Paula a text if you've got her to get yourselves ready. Okay, so that image, Crystal, again, you're going to think with you and Spitfire that our hearts are one, our minds are one. And then imagine being in this golden, liquid pool, and the ripples. Oh, you don't have a phone number? Okay, honey. Let me try poking her. All right, Padme. I just sent her asked her if she was okay. But well, Spitfire, be ready to receive because that's what we're doing right now. You're up. So if you're standing in that pool, remember as a kid you'd splash one another or just slap the water and the ripples move to the other person. That's what you're going to do is put your hands on the water to send that thought of the image, and you want to look at it. It's like, okay, what does it evoke? It evokes heat. It evokes movement. It evokes stillness. It evokes whatever. Thank you, Padme. And oh, baby girl, you got a headache? Okay. Tell her, Padme, just go lay down. Too much energy. Don't want to inundate her. After that sneeze, I've been dealing with a headache for a bit now, and I don't know why. So I don't get headaches. Anywho, so go for it. Drum roll, you're up. Our hearts are one. Our minds are one. We are one. And for those that are interested, I was talking to Paula earlier. I'm thinking of not a good thing. Um, I'm sorry about that slang. But anyway, talking about doing basically a mediumship circle on YouTube, and it'll. I have, I believe, on the StreamYard, I can have 10 people, but I'm only looking to do maybe 6 or 7. I don't know. Haven't figured it out yet. But for those that are interested, I know Paula is, I think Sling is, to doing a mediumship to learn about spirit and spirit contact and whatever. And we will all panel together and then go through. That's why I said I thought you did. We will go through the process. And it would be a weekly thing because you really, in order to make this stuff work, it's like tonight's a lark. Okay. It's just a lark. You've got to want it to work. You've got to believe it can work. But you also have to work at it. It's just like drawing. Thank you, Padme. Yeah, she told me that she had a killer migraine. So I'm just going to send her lots of love, lots of healing. Let her angels come in and ask for her team of spirit doctors to heal and spirit healers to work on her and heal her, to keep her in a space of light and love. But so that's what we're going to do. I will ask my teacher and see what Louise says. She's been in spirit now, I think 5 years, 4 years. So, all the help we can get, but that way we can work on it. So, Padme, how about you and Pam? You've got the image, and you can work with Pam on that. But right now, it's supposed to be Spitfire and Crystal. You guys going, or do you want Padme and Pam to go? Um, I'm sorry, Padme. Um, my brain's all messed up because I was so focused on Paula. All right, Spitfire, you're being sent to. Be open to receive. Uh, Let me get you something else, Padme. Um, and maybe that's something we will do as a group here in a second. As soon as I find, there's Paula. Nope, I want Paula. Just had Paula. Padme. Padme. Oh, I love Padme. Okay. No, I don't ever hold my nose. Oh, I would blow my head off if I did. Spitfire, are you getting any images, any feelings, any sensations, any thoughts? Tip of my nose is cold. Padme, let me know when that shows up, please. Not even a word, because I sent a word too. It's still showing up that it hasn't done anything yet. Sling, you're such a thing. Okay. Well, it should be coming. I don't know what it is, other than maybe the size. Spitfire, you out there, babe? Spitfire dragon. Okay, so all you got to do is just tell Spirit, go away. Not now. Call your guides in, tell them to take care of business. This doesn't happen. You've got to put them on the job. So take a nice breath and get yourself, wiggle your butt in your chair and center yourself. Or if you're reclined, and I know it's funny, but wiggle your butt. Because when you kind of trench in with your butt wiggling, you are activating the root chakra on the tailbone and you can ground. Little known secret. You know, the reason why you wiggle your toes when you're coming back from meditation is to pull everything all the way down and to pull you down there. But like when you are sitting in a chair or laying on a bed and you've got to try and get things to function right. Wiggle in that butt because your tailbone. Okay. Nope, still isn't gone. I don't get it. So, I will just leave that there and then go. Nope, that's not where I want to go. I want to go there. Ah. Pick a color. Do you sense color? What color do you sense? Do you sense a texture? Is there metal? Is there feathers? Is there cloth? Is there liquid? Is there movement? Is it still? I'm not touching that sling. Oh. I'm not even going to go there. Oh, Lordy. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Spitfire. Think our hearts are one. Our minds are one. Be open to receive. And even declare, I'm open to receive. And breathe in. And breathe out. We have sound effects over there. White and fluff like cotton. Anything else? Any other textures? Any other colors? Any I don't know. What'd you get, Trixie? Spitfire, if you're done, let me know so I can either show the picture or move to the next thing, dear. You ready for me to share? Okay. Merry Christmas, everybody. Come on, focus, baby, focus. Anyway, this is a Christmas card I made. That's silver, not white, but the snow aspect of it and the white for the Merry Christmas and the dark of the purple. Alrighty. Now, the other possibility is, but I don't think so. There we go. That was my back porch down here in the Houston area. Sure. Share, Crystal. Every little bit helps. It all gives us still nothing, Padme. Oh, Lord have mercy. Come on, phone. It's still just sitting here. Why are you being such a putz? Fiddle fart. That is a word. Okay. Well, the colors are good. The emotion is good. Holidays would be a tough one to grab onto. The compassion, that's good. That's a good way to do it. And since I can't get the phone to cooperate with us, Padme, just find an image and Sling, get ready. And don't be disheartened that things aren't working according to plan. It's all lessons. When you first learn how to write, do you think anybody could read what you scribbled? Who's killing you? I'm not. I'm innocent. Smalls? I didn't say that. Okay, so Padme's going to work with Pam. Sling, you and Trixie are going to work. So Trixie has to go find an image for you. We can do this at the same time. Okay, Padme's got hers. Trixie, go out and find a picture. Padme, focus on Pam. Pam, focus on Padme. Think our hearts are one, our minds are one, our thoughts are one. Imagine being in that pool together and the ripples moving towards one another. I have no idea. You guys have lost me. I don't know what's going on. Oh no, the host has lost control. That's beside the point. And I think I'm going to be a stinker here in a minute. Hopefully YouTube doesn't freeze on those when I make my silly faces. They're supposed to be, I don't know, silly. Anyway, it could be so scary for somebody. I'm confused. Okay, Padme's sending to Pam. Trixie, are you sending to Sling? Be careful what you ask for. When we ask for strength, we're given reasons to find it within ourselves. They don't just go, He-Man or She-Ra. I don't know. I haven't seen those since I was little, so I don't know why they came up, but hey. Okay, go for it. Padme's sending to Pam. You really have me lost, Trixie. What term? I wasn't. Don't mind me. You guys do your thing. Send, receive. Come on, let's work. Oof, oof. You're Snelling. A seeing sweet. You're icing sweet. Gotcha. Icing sweet. So cake. Never saw it. Pam, are you receiving yet? Padme is sending. Pam, what are you experiencing? Think of smells and textures and feelings. Like, does it make you happy? Does it make you sad? Does it make you fill in the blank? Oh, that's cool, Pam. Um, Padme, there's a link for you to come up so you can show the image. So Trixie, you were sending him what your profession was. Cool. See? Sling's good at receiving. Oh, there she is. Woot woot. Yee. Thank you so much for coming up.
Hey.
Okay, so if you want to share screen on the image for Pam.
She ready?
Yep, she already said what she thought.
Okay. It's the one that you sent me actually finally came, but.
Oh, okay. Ah. Light, airy, flowery scent with somewhat salty taste. Salty taste. Reds and greens. There's the red, there's the greens. Tinges of blue and the smooth. I don't know about the blue other than I can see a little blue on her shirt, but other than that, that's cool. I think, You got the flowery scent might be the herbs sitting on top of the rice, and then the reds and greens, that's your cucumbers. That's cool. I think that's a good hit. And
Yeah.
the salt
Yeah.
from the pork chops.
Uh-huh. Way to go.
High five there, Pam. Okay. Now let's see. Oh, this is cool. All
You want
righty.
me to fill you up here?
You can stay if you want. It's up to you. I'm happy to have you here.
I'll stay.
So we're gonna do another sort of experiment, but this time you're all the targets. We're gonna see if I can send anything and you can receive anything.
No, I'm hungry for that.
Yeah, you are. Okay, so now the key things here is one is being open to receive, believing that you can receive, affirming that we are all connected, and then when you breathe, be quiet and just really hear the breathing and then feel your body. It's like, I'm feeling relaxed. And then you notice, wait a minute, there's an itch. No, I was kidding. It's kind of like I'm tasting something. Not sure what I'm tasting, but there's a taste, okay? And so you slowly become aware. Spitfire, who are you sending to? Because that was like squirrel out of my head. Oh, I guess I should pull up the chat thing instead of sitting here staring at it. Okay. So we'll give Spitfire and Crystal the moment. Crystal, are you ready to receive? Because I know she was going to go and do something. So I don't know if she's still here or not. It says we have 8. Please, I'm going to ask everybody to leave a thumbs up for me. And keep on, smashing that like button because I appreciate it. I am having so much fun with this. Crystal, are you still here, baby girl? There she is. Okay, Crystal, connect to Spitfire. Spitfire's going to send to you. I am going to think of something to send to all of you. Then I hear a song in my head. If I tell that, then that would give away. So never mind. Well, Trixie said, look at her pic, Sling. I mean, she can come up here too, and we can share, either share screen or whatever. I don't mind. It's a party. Okay, so that means I gotta go find Trixie Blue. Bear with me and I will do that. Kind of freaked me out because I'm doing it in the wrong spot. That's not you. Did I not spell it right? I did spell it right. Oh, let's go here. Try channel. I'm not finding you, my love, to find your picture to put you up. It's giving me no more results, and there's not a single thing that says Trixie Blue. What the heck? I mean, you'll laugh because what comes up are drag queens. I don't get it. None of these pictures have anything, or none of these names have anything to do with Trixie Blue. I am completely and utterly gobsmacked. Okay. If you're going to be that way about it, I ain't going to deal with it. Oh, I remember that. That was cool. Okay, well, I'm back. I went on HUD and couldn't find it. Alrighty, let's see. Where's Spitfire? What's going on with you and Crystal? Do we have... Oh, now I've got that image in my head. Oh, go away. It's not what I want to see. Crystal, that would be cool. Don't mind me. I talk to myself a lot. Ready, Crystal? What are you receiving? Remember, color, texture, temperature, emotion, and then if you can go beyond that, deep greens, cold, okay, any emotion to it. Happy, sad, angry, laughing, crying. Okay. I don't know why I'm on a kick for that, so I'm going to ignore it. Okay, honey, no hurting. We don't want anybody to hurt. So what image did you have, Spitfire? Well, you got deep greens. That's color that's in there. Of course, so I don't know. Well, you said green lush background, so that's good. Because my brain was like, wait a minute. They're in the Sudan. Okay. All righty. So everybody, let's chill for a moment. We're going to take a real quick little meditation to let go and relax. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and close our eyes and get comfortable. Take a nice slow breath in. We're going to do 2 square breaths. So when you're ready, everybody, okay, Crystal, we're going to meditate real quick. Nice short little disconnect here. So take a breath in and then just let it all out. And then in through the nose, touch the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. And then just relax. I was having eyeball itch there for a moment. I know. It's like, yeah. Great way to disrupt a meditation. All right. So now that we're relaxed, I want everybody to wiggle your feet, wiggle your toes, kind of move your ankles a bit.
Bless you, Sling.
Gesundheit. Let the relaxing energy of the earth come up and pull it up into your legs, up into your shins and your calves. Exhale and just go and let it all go. And the next breath we bring in, we pull up the earth even further up into our thighs, up into the hips. Let it move around in the pelvis. And then relax and let it go. The next breath, bring it in, pull it into the belly. Let it fill your abdomen, your back, up into your rib cage. Let it wrap around your heart, around your lungs. And let it relax and let go. Take another breath in. Bring it all the way up, up, up into your chest, up into your throat. Let it move out into your shoulders, on down your arms. Let your arms just relax. It goes and moves right out your hand. Purifying, relaxing, releasing. Let it go. Next breath pulls it up into your throat, up into your jaw, into your ears, up into the sinus cavity, into the eyes, into your brain pan, all the way up, 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 out the top, through the crown, cleansing, purifying, clearing, relaxing, releasing. Rooted firmly into the earth. We take another breath. This time we're pulling from above that white column of light coming in through our upper chakras, our higher self, down into the crown. Feel it expanding the crown, widening the crown as you open and receive spirit. Relax and let it just flow on down through the top of your head, down into your face, down your neck. It moves into your cheekbones and your teeth, your jaw, down into your throat. This column of light comes down into your chest, filling you completely with love, with spirit. And it pulls down into your heart and your solar plexus, down into your belly. And it just keeps filling you up with this beautiful, perfect, unconditional love. This spirit down into your hips, down through your glutes, into your thighs. And it continues to move on down into your knees, down your shins, down the calves, moving down into the ankles, through the soles of your feet, and anchoring you firmly, both to heaven and to earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel a lightness come in and lift off your shoulders. Any headaches, give it up to the light. Let it burn it clean. Let it remove it. Transmute it into its highest, most beneficial form. Resistance can create headaches. Trying too hard can create headaches. Need to relax and just be. And in this moment of sacred space, deep in the light, this column of light surrounds you. It fills you. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let your knees relax. Let your hips relax. Let your fingers relax. Let your tongue relax. Breathe in. And breathe out. In your mind's eye, take a look around you. Is it dark? Is it light? Are you seated? Are you standing? One thing you are not alone. Your guides come forth, one by one, and encircle you. They bring you love. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you look at the guides, your ancestors, perhaps your archangels and angels, your guardian angel may even be there. Just be open to share space with divine love. Let a small smile curl at the corner of your mouth. Breathe in. And breathe out. In that silence, welcome an image or a word, but a gift from your master guide. Remember to smile. Remember to be grateful for their presence, their ever watchful eye, their unconditional love and devotion to you, to your well-being, to your spiritual growth, to this journey that you are all on together. Breathe in and breathe out. If none have come forward, ask that your spirit guide, your master guide, step forward and gift you one thing, one wisdom, one thought, one feeling. It doesn't matter, but a gift from your guide to you. Thank them for being present with you, for being here and now. Thank them for the lessons and the guidance. Release them, that they may go on to whatever projects they have in the works. Say thank you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take a moment to think of your loved ones, your friends, your town, your city, country. Be blessed and know that you are not alone. Spirit comes and talks to you, each in their own unique way, and in a way that you can understand. Be open. Be open to receive, for it's a feather that comes to greet you and not the hammer. There's a message coming in for you. Be aware and listen. It's personal to you. It is being placed into your heart, into your crown. I, as the Lady of Blue, come and bless you and release you this night. Go in peace, and thank you. You are loved. Take a deep breath in. And blow it out like you're blowing out candles. Wiggle your toes. Slowly come back in your body. Be present here and now. Move your head. Move your shoulders. Get reacquainted with you. Stretch. And come on back. Woo. We had a visitor. Wonder if anybody caught that. Did anybody have any imagery, a thought they'd like to share, a word? Padme, you're up here in the hot seat. She's like, oh, shit, I'm up here, aren't I? I can't just turn and look away like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, if you experienced something, you saw something, or you heard something, and you want to share.
No.
No, no, just stillness.
Yeah, I'll just.
So just stillness. Just you took off on a little trip. You just kind of chilled.
Yeah.
So because I am putting you on the line. When you try to meditate, what are the difficulties you encounter?
Everything, actually. Couldn't think of it for me.
But I mean, so thoughts coming in, racing.
Mm-hmm.
When we're doing the guided imagery and stuff, does it help you to calm down a little more?
Not really, no.
Okay. When you're breathing, do you pay attention to how the breath feels in your throat and hear it in your ears?
Mm-mm. No.
Okay. Try that. When you, like, if you just right now just go, you can hear it. You can hear it coming through your sinus passageways. You can hear it in your ears. And so when you're trying to meditate and you've got the chatterbox going on, squirrel, and there's a bunch of them. And don't forget the monkeys that are in there too, going all over the place. Then just hear it and just be present, paying attention to that breath. So it's in. I'm feeling the kind of cool, sort of whatever, probably because I used the inhaler. But there's that sense of the breath and the chest moving, so I can feel my clothes kind of raising up. And by being present in just that moment, just that sound, that gives you stillness. And then the more that you can focus on just breathing in and breathing out and hearing it, and and all of that, that helps to quiet, doesn't silence the monkey mind. But then what you're doing, excuse me, is that you are creating space, because it's in between the thoughts that you want to focus on. So yada yada, yada yada, this is the space in between. And you just kind of be right there. Even if it's only that big, it's okay. That's not a fail. That's a good thing. And so if you've got a bunch of these, so it's talk, silence, talk, silence. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole bunch of them. Talk, silence, talk, And so even though they're small, you can make the spaces get bigger. And Paula and I were talking about this earlier today. It's like if you got a tree falling down and you try to catch that tree, what's going to happen? Well, your arms get tired for one, and then you get smushed. Smushing isn't fun. So take a step back and let it fall. So when a thought comes in, don't try to stop it, because that's when you start butting heads. It's just like, okay, gee, I guess I'm thinking about the car. When am I going to get it fixed? All right, it's gone. All right, now. Oh, here's another thought. Okay, just watch it. And as it goes away, you go back into breathing. And you just be present in the breath. Pretty soon, the span of time gets to be longer and longer, where 10 seconds becomes 10 minutes. And, you may have a fly, buzz in. You just kind of let the fly go. The window's over there. There's a candle with your name on it. Go buzz that, But so that's how you combat the monkey mind, is don't fight it. Just, okay. Because it's not real meditation. Like guided meditation, there's passive. And then there's what we're doing, which is an active meditation, where I'm guiding you and having you experience things and letting your imagination create stuff. And you can create it completely, because the chances are your creation is actually the truth. You all of a sudden see, a Tibetan monk standing there with the orange and the sash and the bald head and everything right there. And it's kind of like, oh, okay, hi, nice to meet you. And even though, you've pulled in that, and you think you're creating it, chances are you're not creating it. And thing for people to understand is our guides, whatever they are, they're just a drop in that golden pool, just like we're a drop. But they're staying there to help us. We're here in this. Somebody, filled us up. And they have no form, and they have no name, because there's no ego. We're the ones that, okay, you got to call me Kitty. You got to call me Michelle. You got to call me Soul, right? That's the ego. Whereas they're like, call me what you want. And sometimes you get this vision, because it's like, for me, it was always Oriental masters, Kung Fu, the movie. There was that. And so I kind of expected to see, some monk as one of my spirit guides. The funny thing is, at age 7, when I started meditating, because that's when my parents were taking me to meditation class, I had no concept of any of this stuff. And oh, that guy's back. We've got some guy who comes over to the gas station, and he calls my cats, and my cats go running over there and he feeds them. And it's like, I'm so afraid. Well, I've already lost some, because they've gotten too close to the road and got hit. And I know it's because of him, and I want him to stop, because that baby kitten that we shared, that was one that I found out on the road. I was hearing distress, and so I got dressed in the rain, went out there, went through the fence and around, and almost stepped on it because it was dark and it was there in the middle of the ditch. And I looked, and there's this thing, and I kind of touched it, and it moved, and I grabbed it because it was a baby laying there in the ditch. Took it in and took care of it. So anyway, but back to what I was saying is that my first meditation, I saw kind of this strange bird-like thing. Well, when I described it to Louise, she said that was the Thunderbird. And then she said that was a symbol of my guide, one of my guides. So I had Native American, but as I got older, and was actually studying, I realized that I gravitated towards the Eastern thoughts. I mean, I'm very Native American. That's not what I'm saying. But I mean, I was having moments of Eastern thoughts, and it was kind of like, why don't I have any Eastern guides? It was just really strange. Our minds go all over the place.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's like, don't beat yourself up. It's baby steps. And just learn to, there are tons. I mean, you can always replay one of my meditations, and there are tons on YouTube. I'm happy to share some of these really cool ones that I fell in love with that take you places. Matter of fact, I can think of a couple. I will, let me write it down because I won't do it tonight. I will text you. There's one woman I really like. Can't think of her name to save my life, but I'm going to put Tele-WHAT videos meditation. She's got some really cool meditations and stuff, and I liked them because she started her life out actually working for the government, and she's a medium, and she channels, a body of spirit, and so she came from that very logical commander-in-chief mentality to spirit and all this other stuff. So she's cool. So I'll send her to you, and then I've got another guy I'll send to you. And of course, Master Co. Master Co is my master for the pranic healing, and I love him. He is a little gruff, not because it's just like either he'll never tell you believe me. It's like you got to figure out whether you believe it or not. You figure it out if it's true to you or not. I'm just going to share with you my knowledge, and what you do with it is your thing. And if you don't like the way I teach, that's all right. No skin off my nose. Just go find somebody that you resonate with. And so, he's pretty much, it's like, if you don't like it, that's okay. He used to be very, I noticed last year, because he does a free meditation 3 times a week. Well, 6 times a week. Twice on Monday, twice on Wednesday, and twice on Friday. And Friday, he switches it up, like it might be healing meditation and then prosperity meditation. And then the next week, it'll be the other way around, where the first one is prosperity and the second one's healing. But I'll send you him too. I will write him down because I know his name. But Master Co is cool. I love him. I get to review the first level of pranic healing this weekend, and then towards the end of the month, I get to go to the advanced. So I'm like, yeah. But this is going to be a long haul, a lot of years of this, because there are like 20 levels, and I just started level 1. So level 2 and level 3 is at the end of the month, and then we'll see about level 4, and then there's just stuff. And I think level 6, I have to physically go somewhere, which I can understand. It's very, I don't know. Well, I mean, I physically have to go to where I'm going now, but I mean, there's some things he does do online, but all of the meditations are online. So anyway, Trixie, same planet, same page. That's like me. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah.
All righty. Anybody want to share anything since I've been ratchet jawing at Padme? Please bless her and thank her for putting up with me attacking. No, singling her out because she's here. She's mine to toy with. Have to have watched Willow.
I've got the movie.
I love Willow. Stupid Daikini.
I got the Warwick Davis who played Willow, got a signature for reading.
Oh, how
I met
fantastic.
him in person. I don't know how many times at Star Wars weekends. So I got his autograph. I got him on Harry Potter DVDs because he played Professor Flitwick.
Yeah, I liked it.
And he
I
also
have
played the Dreambots, the banker and everything. He was in the banker too.
I haven't gotten to see all of the Harry Potters, and one of these days I would like to. You're welcome, Pam. My pleasure, sweetheart. I will have to scroll back through because I stopped paying attention to chat while I was assaulting Padme. You gotta love me. I'm good. Couple things that I did catch on stuff. Intuition is not your guides. Intuition is something you have. Now, that doesn't mean that your guides don't give you a push towards something or make you feel things, but there is a difference between intuition and your guides. And now I had a brain fart moment because I saw something and my mind went. But if you weren't here, was it last weekend we did or last Tuesday we did the spirit guide? I don't remember which episode it was, but there's a spirit guide one, and I will probably do a better one.
I think it was last week.
Was it? I'll do just a straight, just meditation, no dialogue, no. I don't mean dialogue, no lecture, and do that. I did download. Oh, what was it called? Shortcut. I did download Shortcut. I have not looked at it yet. But I will definitely look at that because my goal is to take these lives and cut them down. I do want to go in and do the closed captioning, typing up stuff, and then go and do the automatic translation and all of that. I'd like to try to make things a little bit more in bite-sized chunks. I mean, because as you see, we're at 3.5 hours, and see, I cannot make it in an hour. There's just no way this is ever going to be an hour show. I can't.
Better than my live last night.
Oh, I know. I can't believe you were 6 hours. I can't believe you said soul.
Oh, I had the watch time.
Yeah, you did. You probably got about 60 hours worth of watch time.
By the way, I did put that on private.
Oh, okay.
So,
I don't mind.
Because, yeah, it's just, yeah, what happened and everything. So, but if anybody wants to see the video, just let me know. I'll just give you to watch for 6 hours. But
Did something happen that shouldn't have happened?
It's something about sling, what
Oh,
he was
that.
going through, and yeah, I
Okay, I got you. My
I
brain.
just wanted to put it on private.
I understand.
Yeah.
That completely was because I'm here now.
Hmm.
Um, but anyway, Metatron. We have angels and archangels that work with us and will work with us often, but to really call them part of our guides, they're not. But they are part of our spirit team. But then there are thousands of angels. Um, so anyway, there you have it. Bob's your uncle. On that note, I am going to stop abusing everybody. And I want to. He's snoring. Can you hear him? Nope. Now he's quiet. Figures. Um, I want to say thank you, everybody. Blessings to everyone. So much. You you have no idea how much joy you all bring to me. Padme, thank you so much for sharing space with me up here and allowing me to toy the movie. You're mine to toy with. Um, but thank you again so very much. I loved last night and I love tonight. You are such a beautiful soul. And I see really good things coming for you. And I will be quiet because I'm not going to share.
Well, thanks for having me up here.
Well, thank you so much. And if you want to linger for a minute, I'll talk to you back here after we close the stream.
All right.
Okay, dokie.
All right.
Yes, Sling. I expected you to call me today, but you didn't, and I wasn't going to bug you. Crystal and Trixie and Spitfire and Pam, thank you so very much. I know Paula is laying down, and I
All
know that
right.
uh, yes, we do, Crystal. And but anyway, if everybody could take 30 seconds right now to just hold Paula in your heart and send her just a whole ton of love. Just think of how much love you can shower her with to lift her up and to help her feel better. Pam, thank you so much. I'm glad you're still here. And again, last couple plugs is the mediumship or medium circle or spirit circle. We'll figure out something to call it. I know that Sling is interested. Paul is interested. I don't remember who else said that they were interested. But if you're interested in participating in a weekly spirit circle, we'll call it that, to help open yourself up, be aware of energy, make connection to your guides, and working with your guides, not just being there to hear great grandpa tell you, what the heck were you thinking? Because I've heard that one. And then to, sometimes like tonight, Mary came in for a moment. So, we can have Ascended Masters show up and talk through us. So on that note, I love you all. Thank you again. And Coffee, Tea, and Soul is every Tuesday night at 7:30 unless something is exploding. And so I'm going to say good night, sweetheart. It's time to go. Thank you for sharing space with me and for allowing me to share space with you. Mitakoe Uwashim.
Take care, everyone.
Yeah, I know that, Crystal. We will talk tomorrow. And on that note, I'm closing that and I'm ending the broadcast. Booyah.